Hey yo, what's going on? 205 represent, man. We back with another one, man. For this one, I wanted to talk about a number one thing that I felt that, a lot of people go through, especially nowadays. I want to talk about trauma. I want to talk about, how that affects so many people, especially in this day and age. Like, if you look on Google and you look at the list of what causes trauma, you'll be amazed. Like, so many people have literally, it's something on that list that literally somebody has, bro. And we gonna do a story time with this one as well. I'm gonna tell y'all how trauma affected me and how long it took me to get through that stage, and really what helped me to conquer my version of trauma, right? So with this story, I was going through some shit with a girl, and after we broke up, all that, I had a hard time dealing with the fact that a lot of the stuff that happened was because of me. It had a lot to do with me. Like, if I would have never did what I did, if I would have, never approached the situation the way I approached it, maybe, stuff would have been better. Maybe stuff would have been better, but we got to that point, and I remember it was just a moment where a situation was getting talked about that had nothing to do with me, and out of nowhere, I just lashed out. I lashed out on people I loved. I lashed out on people that I really truly respected and everything. I lashed out on them for what reason? A lot of people didn't know, to this day, why did I lash out the way I did. And the reason why I lashed out was because of that. It was because of the situation in the past relationship, of what I had going on. I didn't know how to handle it. That trauma carried all the way to that moment. That trauma went for about a year or two, because I never could deal with it. And afterwards, I finally told the people I loved why I did it, but it took a minute. How could you not? It took a minute because I couldn't find it. It was hard to tell the people that that I loved that, because I was very disappointed in myself. I was very hurt within myself, of what I did, and I just couldn't live with it. And what finally made me conquer it and conquer that trauma was I just sat, and I got in tune with myself. I got in tune with my emotions, and I really sat back and really felt what did I do? You know what I'm saying? What did I do wrong? Cause how could you not, man? Nobody said that fight was easy. Nobody said that fight was gonna be easy, man. But however, I conquered it. I faced that trauma, and I won that battle, man. I won that battle, and now it's cool because I can forgive myself, and I can tell y'all that story. I can tell y'all that story, and at first it was hard. Don't ever get me wrong. It was tough, but afterwards I could finally, sit with myself and get in tune with myself and finally realize, yeah, and take accountability. Yeah, I did this, and accept it and realize and learn from it and make me stronger and move on. And what I would say, right, in conclusion to that story, is so many other versions of trauma, like I said earlier, man. It could be from high school, or because of how somebody talked to you, or what somebody said to you. That trauma is really you going your entire life feeling the way you've felt about a certain situation. Like, you got to think, right? I mean, serial killers, like, because of how somebody treated them when they were kids. And a lot of people don't understand, like, a lot of that trauma and stuff starts when you're kids, when you're in your teens. Like, a lot of that trauma really starts there. And for them, it's shit that happened to them even when they were kids. And now it carried all the way to their adulthood, because they never could sit back and they never could face that trauma and never really conquered it. So that's why they did what they did. And a lot of times we act the way we act, or do the things we do, because a lot of times this trauma we can't get over it. We can't get over it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, man, with this trauma, bro, the only way I can tell you to face it is you gotta conquer it. You gotta fight it. Like, there's no other choice. Or otherwise, how could you not? Man, it'll keep haunting you and keep haunting you until you fight it. I mean, there's no better way I can tell you, because I tried to look for other ways. I tried to look for other ways to get out of it. I tried to deal with other girls. I tried to, I even called myself smoking one time. Like, I tried to do so much, and for the life of me, bro, how could you not? It just wasn't working. It just wasn't working, man, because yeah, I could get drunk, or yeah, I could get high or whatever, but eventually I'm gonna get sober. You know what I'm saying? And eventually it's gonna haunt me. It's gonna come back. I mean, let's just be real with ourselves here, man. That feeling gonna come back. It never goes away until you sit and decide that you want to face it. It's people in their 40s, it's people in their 50s that they don't even try to fight it. They don't even try to deal with it. And because they ain't even tried to deal with it, it affects them in the long run, in future relationships and future things that they want to do. It affects them because they can't shake it, man. They can't shake it. And I'm telling you right now, man, the pros to really defeating that, bro, the pros to really succeeding at that is because you'll get stronger mentally, emotionally. You'll get stronger because you fought that fight. Yeah, it took a minute, Yeah, it took a minute, of course. But you fought that fight, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be truthful with you, man. Not a lot of people can do that, man. It's people that even commit suicide because they can't deal with it. So when you defeat it, I'm telling you, you'll feel the utmost great about yourself. And then guess what? The beauty about it is, if you conquer it, you can help somebody else that is going through that and really help them, because you don't know how many people that really truly need help in this world. And with another thing, like, I understand, right? You got your therapist, you got all this, right? And yeah, true, you'll have them to talk to. But those moments where you with yourself and you by yourself, like, those moments are the moments where, all right, here's the test, Here's the test to where you got to do what you got to do. Like, Man, because I'm telling you, the evil will definitely work on your mind, because you think over 1,000 thoughts a day. And that past, it could be one of them, you know? So those are the times, man, where you really gotta tone in and really, like, all right, here we go. Let's get to it, because I'm telling you, you're not going to have that therapist by your side. You're not going to have your family and your friends. You're not going to have them by your side, especially when you're by yourself. All you're going to have is you versus you at the end of the day. And that's one thing that I had to realize. It was me versus me. You know what I'm saying? It was me versus me. And the evil me wanted to say, man, yeah, you ain't no good, you ain't this, you ain't that. But the good side of me wanted to say, hey, yeah, you did this, but just learn from it. Make yourself better. Know what you did wrong and learn from it. Don't let this take over you. And that battle between good and evil in your head, that is a strong fight. But I'm going to tell you right now, you can conquer that. You can conquer that. I could you not. You can conquer that. Don't ever think you can't. I'm telling you, you can conquer that, man. When I went through what I went through, man, I thought it was the end of the world, man. Like, I thought it was the end of the world. But like I said, I had to sit back. I had to get in tune with myself, and I had to realize, you know, I had to figure this shit out, man. I had to figure this shit out. And now mentally, emotionally, I feel great, because I know I conquered that. I did that. And can't nobody tell me I didn't, you know? And so that's what I want to tell y'all, man. Because everybody has something that they're going through. Everybody has that trauma. Everybody does on this planet. But you can be one of those that succeed. You can be one of those that elevate from it. You can be one of those that really grow from it. And I just want to tell you, yeah, that fight is difficult, but you have to face it and conquer it, man. That's what I need to tell y'all, man. For real, because I've had talks with so many people that's going through it, man. Because of that trauma, they lose confidence in themselves. Because of that trauma, they lose belief within themselves. They have insecurities. Like, it's just so much because of that trauma. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that trauma can be defeated, bro. That trauma can be defeated, but it all starts within the mind. Remember that, y'all. It all starts within the mind. But hey, man, I hope y'all enjoyed that message. Like I said, man, I really want to be on this journey and help y'all get through this journey. And this video, it truly meant a lot to me, because I know this is a lot for most people, because most people are going through this right now as I speak. So I just want y'all to know, man, it's gonna be tough, but y'all can get there. Trust me. Hey, man, I'm gonna get out of here, man. Listen, and with that being said, hey, yo, it's Memorial Day weekend. Don't be doing nothing too crazy out there, man. Don't be doing nothing too crazy out there. And if you shoot some fireworks or something, shoot something for your boy. But anyways, man, y'all mess with this, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all that, man. Tell me what y'all feeling. Tell me all that. And like I said, man, we here for the ride, man. I love y'all. Peace.